welcome to LeggLife Podcast. My name is Adam.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry Beth, what episode is this?
167.
Now we have a confession to make.
Yeah.
This is 167, take two.
Take two, because we did actually record this.
So we are currently in Zihuatanejo, Mexico.
Yes, we are.
We are sitting on the couch in our room, but we originally recorded this back home.
In our studio.
In our studio in Anchorage, with Auburn in the room, with Captain America in the room.
Wreaking havoc.
We'll talk about that in a minute. And then we got to the airport, and I was going to edit the podcast and upload it.
Yeah.
And the file was corrupted.
And like half the audio was gone.
There were like big chunks that were missing.
Very weird.
And I was like, oh no. And so then we thought, well, when we get to Mexico, we'll just re-record that podcast. But here's the thing. Part of what was so fun about that first recording was the absolute chaos of it.
He was tearing around the room. He was jumping on the printer. He was all over. He was a terror.
There was one moment I did not think Auburn was going to be able to keep it together, trying to keep quiet in the background as Captain America destroys our printer.
Oh my gosh.
And so we're like, you know what? Like, it felt like that recording was just it was the kind of thing that we all have that memory, and that's going to be it.
Yeah.
And so we did want to have a podcast out for our 20th anniversary. You only get 20 years once.
That's true.
And so as we were at dinner tonight, we started talking, and we were talking about a conversation. And I thought, you know what? I think this would be the perfect 20th anniversary podcast topic.
Yeah.
And so we decided to come back to our room, record it. Just so you know, when we're recording this, it is the night of September 22nd.
Yeah.
Our anniversary is technically in like 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It is. Yeah. And I don't think that we're going to talk about the same things that we might touch on some of the same things that we talked about.
I don't think so. I think
we're going to just talk about something different.
Yeah. So what we're going to focus on in 20th anniversary podcast take 2 version 2.0 is this question we talked about at dinner. Is that thinking over the last 20 years, what are the memories you wish you could relive?
For the first time.
Like, what are the moments that really just were so good? And here's what I love. You guys, we have so many of them.
Yeah. And, and that was the thing, is we started it took me a while to kind of come up with one, because I was running through so many good memories, and I love that we have so many good memories. And it was really hard to narrow it down to one, and even then I was like, I don't know if this is like my very favorite, but this is a very good memory that I have. And so I told him one, and then he told me one, and then we talked about some other ones, and that's kind of where we're like, you know what, we should just talk about this as a podcast.
So we're not going to cover all of them, because there's literally no way we could.
We have 20 years of really good memories.
Which is, what a cool thing to say.
I love that.
But Sherry, let's start with the 2 that we first both went to.
Yep.
And then we'll get into the rest.
Okay.
So what is the memory that you wish you could go back and relive for the very first time?
So for me, the one that I said was the first time we went to Disneyland together.
Mm-hmm.
I cried almost the entire day.
I was just going to say, you cried. Well, actually, first, let's back up. So I had been to Disneyland before.
Yes, and I grew up going to Disney World like every other year. And so I'd been to Disney World a lot of times. And you had been to Disneyland a couple of times, but we had never been to Disneyland together. I had never been to Disneyland ever. And so for me, it was just a really cool experience to get to go to where it all started. And I just remember walking through the gates for the first time and immediately starting to cry.
Tears instantly.
Like, instantly crying.
Yep.
And you were like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, these are happy tears, I promise.
And she means it when she says, throughout the majority of the day,
yeah,
there were tears.
Tears all day long.
But very good tears.
They were happy tears all day. I mean, like I said, the first time I walked through the gates, and then the first time I saw the castle, and the first time, World of Color, I cried through the entire thing. like, it was so many things throughout the day that made me cry. And I was just like, this was like the best day ever.
And it felt like that was such an important first for us to have, like, to do that together. Because even though I had been there before, to get to watch you have such a reaction to a place that was so special was absolutely amazing.
And that's one of the things that you said was you loved. It was kind of like seeing it for the first time again, because you got to see it through my eyes for the first time. And so you really enjoyed seeing it that way.
I loved it. Like it meant so much to me to get to watch you have that experience. And then to get to share that. So mine that I went to, and there's a lot of them, but there's one that it checks so many boxes that I feel like are us.
Yeah.
When we were in Paris, there was a night that we were just kind of out and about exploring, as we do, and it started to absolutely downpour.
I mean, it was like the heavens opened.
And we completely caught off guard. We were not prepared for it. We had no umbrellas. We were just like, oh my gosh. And you know what? It'd be fun to go back and watch the vlog of this to see what we actually captured.
Yeah.
And if what we captured is accurate. So it's pouring. We're like, oh my God, what do we do? We duck into a restaurant because we needed to get dinner anyway. And it ends up being one of the best meals of our entire life. We still to this day talk about what we had that night.
I can still taste it.
And it was...
top 5 meals of my entire life.
It was spectacular. And I remember us at dinner just laughing and drinking and eating and having the best time. And then when we left, it was still raining, and we found a little wine shop. And we bought a ton of wine.
So much wine.
That's most of the wine we shipped back from France.
Yep.
But the thing I love about it was that experience to me was so stereotypical Adam and Sherry in that rain could have ruined our night. Like, it easily could have been like, oh crap, back to our hotel, like this, we're soaked.
Get a cab and call it a night.
But neither of us got snippy, neither of us were upset. We
kind of laughed. We were like, well, here we are.
Here's the thing, you're still in Paris.
Right.
Right? And so it's like we had this amazing evening, not in spite of the rain, but actually because of it.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought it was one of those moments where, I don't know, it was one of those moments where I was just so proud of who we were and how we handled that. And I'm just like, oh yeah, we've like this is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
What we have is good.
Yeah, what we have is good. So those were moments those were kind of the first ones that came to our mind. But what was really interesting to me is that I had a moment that I was pondering saying, but I didn't know if it was okay to say. And then when we were talking about it, Sherry mentioned the exact same moment. And I thought, it was almost like a breath. Like, I'm so glad you also, felt the importance of that moment.
Well, and so, I mean, it was one of the moments that came to my mind, and I was like, ugh, I don't want to say that one, because it was not a good moment. I mean, it was, but it was in such a dark time
100%
in our life. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, it was a good moment in a dark, dark time. And so I was like, I don't know. I'm not going to say that one.
So the moment we're talking about, if you've been with us for a while, you will remember that Sherry was sick a few years ago, really, really sick. We had no diagnosis. Things were not good. We knew that this was really, really bad. And we have this doctor that we had been referred to, and she was kind of Sherry's, honestly, last hope in Alaska. After Dr. G, it was kind of like outside of Alaska, which honestly, like, even thinking about that, like,
assuming I lived to make it outside of Alaska.
Totally. I was going to say, even the thought of like what you had left getting out of Alaska, I don't even know how we would have done that.
Right. Yeah.
And so we walked into this doctor, this amazing Russian doctor's office, and she comes in, she sits down in front of Sherry, she pulls up Sherry's shirt on her arms and on her stomach, and she just like grabs her computer, turns it around. She's like, I know what this is and we can fix you. And it was just like, I think you said it really well. It was one of those moments that felt so surreal because you had been
Doctor after doctor after doctor.
And honestly, out of hope. Hope was gone. It was not, some people say like, oh, it was the last shred of hope. I don't think there was a last shred of hope.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being hope.
I was expecting her to be like, I don't know how to fix you either, because that's all I'd been hearing. And I was expecting her to admit me to the hospital and then die.
So you guys, we literally went to that appointment with a bag packed for Sherry to stay at the hospital, not knowing if she would come home. I don't know if we've ever said that before.
Right.
Like, we went there with that bag packed, knowing that it's like, okay, this might be it. And then this unbelievable Russian angel, like,
who I just got to see a couple weeks ago, because she is still my doctor.
After somebody saves your life, I think they're kind of your doctor for good. I'll be honest.
I know.
And it was just one of those moments where I don't think I have words to describe what that moment was like.
Yeah.
And to go back and relive that would just be, I wouldn't want to relive all of the stuff before it.
Nope.
I wouldn't want you to have to relive all of the moments even after that, because it still took a long time to heal.
It was still months. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, and I hadn't thought about this till just now. We've been talking a lot on this, even just a few days in this trip, just how healthy Sherry is. Like, you are literally healthier today than I have ever known you. Mm-hmm. And I think it's amazing that your health today is because of that moment.
Yeah.
Like, all of the health journey that you've been on the last several years is because of that moment in Dr. G's office.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, that changed my life. It changed our lives. And it was that, I mean, like I said, when we were talking about it at dinner, like, that came to mind, and I'm glad that came to yours too. And I didn't know if I should say it, because I was like, it was just in the depths of despair. But it was such a good moment in the depths of despair. And we were trying to think of really good moments in our marriage. And that was a good moment. That was such a hope-filled, great moment in our marriage. Because it meant that our marriage could keep going. Because, for a while there, I didn't think that we could. I didn't think I was going to make it.
Well, you talked about even the emotion you felt when you saw your sister for the first time after that, because, like, you didn't think you'd ever get to see your sister again. You didn't think you'd see your 40th birthday.
Yeah.
And so it's like, certainly didn't think we would make 20 years.
Right.
And so, gosh, yeah, a lot of good things have happened because of that moment.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Sherry Beth, what other moments did you have?
Oh gosh. Other moments that came to mind, our failed try at our anniversary in Fiji.
Oh, what a debacle.
That you'll have to go back and watch our Fiji vlogs, but the resort that we were staying at, it was a whole thing, but they came together and they fixed our anniversary dinner, and they made it so amazing. And that dinner was so great. I don't remember what we ate. I have no idea.
But we felt so loved by them.
We felt so loved and so seen. And I mean, they made it so special. And just sitting on the beach in that private little cabana that they made for us, it was amazing. And that was such a special moment. Yeah,
that's one that for the rest of our life we'll remember. Another one to me that just makes me laugh. And a lot of the moments I went to were like, they're so funny. We've had a lot of funny moments. So when we went to Ireland, we had never been, neither of us had ever been, and we're like, oh my God, we're going to Ireland, like the greens and the castles and the sheep and all this stuff. And so we're like, oh, we really want to see sheep in Ireland.
I really hope we can see sheep.
It just feels stereotypical, right? It's like, oh my gosh, you're going to Ireland. I can't wait to see like sheep. And so we flew into Dublin, we rented a car, and we drove across the country from Dublin to Galway. And just a little,
5 minutes outside of Dublin.
It felt like we were just out of the city. We see sheep in the field, and you guys, we freaked out. We stopped like, oh my gosh. Like, we had to pull the car over. We had to get photos. We were just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it actually happened. Little did we know, by the end of our trip, we would be so sick of sheep because they're everywhere.
They were everywhere. I mean, we, like, to the point that, like, they stopped us in the road because they're, like, crossing the road at their very leisurely pace. And we were like, oh, come on.
Yeah. But,
damn sheep, get out of our road.
But it was so funny because, like, I wish you guys could have been in the car with us when we saw sheep for the first time. And what's so funny is, like, that was, like, probably the least impressive sheep sighting we saw that whole trip.
Correct.
But we lost our mind. We were like, oh, sheep in Ireland, this is the best.
Yes!
And it was just it was so funny about just watching us absolutely lose it over that.
But you know what? I love us.
No, so do I. That's what I mean, is that, like, that is so us.
I love how excited we get for stupid things.
But I think and, like, that's even happened, like, this trip. I think of, like, the taxi ride from the airport. Like, we were just, like, holding each other's hand, and we'd, like, see something cool, and, like, you know,
we saw chickens in the road.
We saw chickens in the road. Like, oh my God, there's chickens. It's like, yeah, there's freaking chickens everywhere. Like, one of my employees who I work with has chickens in Anchorage. Like,
I know. One of my friends in Anchorage has chickens.
But for some reason, this was different.
Chickens in Mexico.
We got to see Mexican chickens. And we just loved it so much. And I just feel like that is actually one of the things that I love about us is I don't think, after 20 years, I don't think you and I have stopped being excited about small things.
I know, and I love that.
Like, we have gotten to do some really, really cool big trips, amazing things. Like, we got to, I mean, even on this trip, we got to just stay at, like, a amazing 4-star resort in a swim-up suite with, you know, it's like all of the luxury. But, like, it was those freaking chickens.
It's the chickens in the road.
In the road.
I was like, look at the chickens.
Oh my God, there's chickens. And I think that's actually one of our superpowers is that we are so, and I don't mean this in a bad way, that we are so simple.
We're so not impressed by the amazingness of the 4-star things. I'm like, give me the chickens in the road.
No, I'm not going to lie.
Give me the sheep in the field.
See, I disagree. I'm very impressed by the 4-star things.
Well, sure.
But
okay, that is true because I walked into that room at the Thompson and my jaw hit the floor and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, I am impressed with that, but also with the chickens.
That's what it is that we can go from the back seat of a taxi driving through, like, the middle of Ziwa where there's chickens and be just as happy as when we walk into the room of a 4-star resort. And that's the thing that I love is that both of those things bring us such immense joy.
Yeah.
And I think I really do think it's one of our superpowers that we can find the beauty in both of those things.
Yeah, I love that.
But honestly, you guys, we had so many other things. Like, and I think that is like,
oh gosh,
that's a blessing to be able to look back on 20 years and say, we couldn't record a podcast long enough to tell you all of the amazing things that we wish we could relive.
No, I mean, and that's the thing is like, even just as we're sitting here, I'm like, oh, do you remember the daffodils in Ireland? Do you remember, like, there's so many things that I'm just like so excited, and we could just keep talking because we've done so many fun things together.
And the thing is, they're not all like really great, amazing things. One of mine is when we went to Barrow with Auburn, and I jumped in the Arctic Ocean, and I come out of the Arctic Ocean, and Sherry's like, you got to do it again. I forgot to hit record. You guys,
I did do that.
All I wanted was a video of me jumping in the Arctic Ocean. That's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Nope, not for me. It's a twice-in-a-lifetime thing because Sherry forgot to hit record. But that was like that was such a, like, failure and amazing memory.
What a memory, though.
No, that's what I mean. The memory is actually better because we did it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you did it wrong. I actually did it very right.
You did it really right the first time.
Yeah, the second time, I was just like, damn record button.
Are you recording? Is it actually Auburn? Would you make sure that she's recording?
Because I am not getting back in this freezing water. So, friends, there you go. Those are just a few of our memories.
Yeah.
Gosh.
We've had a really good 20 years.
We have. And it was a fun dinner conversation on the eve of our 20th anniversary, to just remember so many of the things that we have that we can be thankful for in our life.
And like, you know, I mean, again, like, so many good things, even in the midst of horrible things. I mean,
That's
being
right.
so sick and having zero hope left, and this amazing doctor just giving us this glimmer of hope was huge. And I'm so glad that I could do that with you.
Yeah, I'm so glad as well. And I think just like, I think it's a good reminder for both of us as we enter the next 20 years that sometimes the best moments won't come from the places you expect them, right?
Yeah.
So many of those stories we just shared were not necessarily, what you would expect good to come from. It's like, oh man, your Paris vacation got rained out. That really sucks. Oh, your wife got sick. That really sucks. Oh, you had to jump in the Arctic Ocean twice. That really sucks. But yes, but we were able to make the best of all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's a good reminder to say that your best moments, your best memories may not come from where you expect them. And I think that's important to always be looking for, and to be with somebody who's who you just enjoy making memories with, because
no matter what.
Yeah, somebody who's going to squeeze your hand in the back of a taxi when you see frickin' chickens,
and lose their minds over sheep that you will then see 8,000 more times on the same trip.
Oh, damn sheep. Friends, we love you so much. Thanks for being a part of our story. Thanks for being just a part of what we are sharing and doing. And so many of you have been so kind to us and so loving to us over the years. And I'm just really thankful for all of you.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening to this as well. Thanks for listening to us ramble.
Mm-hmm.
We, what's fun is that we have zero plans for our 20th anniversary tomorrow.
I know. I was texting my sister earlier and she's like, what are your plans? And I was like, we don't have any. We'll figure it out.
We had plans for the day before our anniversary. We have plans for the day after our anniversary. But the day of our 20th anniversary, literally zero plans.
Which I kind of love. We'll figure it out.
That's what I love. I love the fact that we can go into our 20th anniversary having no plans. And I know that no matter what happens, it's going to be a great day. If it rains, we're going to make the best of it. If it is windy, make the best of it. If it's beautiful and sunny, we'll make the best of it. Mm-hmm. Because it's just
because we get to be together, and that's really all that matters.
Boom. Friends, we love you. Thanks for being part of our community. We will see you on the next LeggLife Podcast, but I don't really know when that's going to be.
We may or may not record for next week.
Yep.
We'll see.
We're not really sure what the plan is.
Because again, this is going up on a Tuesday. They don't usually,
but we wanted to have a podcast out on our anniversary.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on our next LeggLife Podcast, whenever that may be.
Right.
All right. Bye.